And you hear it every year on New Year's Eve. Don't shoot your guns when the clock strikes midnight.
That's because what goes up must come down. It's gravity, right? But every year someone just doesn't listen. Angela Ingram met a man who found out firsthand. In his story you'll see first right here on Local 12. Angela?
Well, Kyle and Paula, Patrick Molloy stepped outside to wish his neighbors a happy new year. He says then he heard a shot and immediately he felt a pain in his leg. Patrick Molloy didn't think anything of stepping outside of his home to say Happy New Year to his neighbors. He's lived in College Hill for decades.
It's probably been about 40 years now, and my wife and I have been married for almost 48 years.
The Air Force veteran knows the difference between the sound of fireworks and gunfire. Last night, Molloy says people were shooting on the streets in his neighborhood to celebrate the new year.
And gunshots going off behind me, and simultaneous with hearing a shot go off that direction, I felt an impact on my leg and it hurt. It was swollen already, almost the size of an egg and about almost 3/4 of an inch high, just in seconds.
Molloy's wife was understandably upset about it, but they're both taking it all in stride.
They were real nice, and they checked me out, and they said it was okay, and they gave me a tetanus shot and sent me home. But getting home was hard because there were no taxis available. Everybody's busy with taking the drunks. So I finally had to call my daughter and wake her up and have her come get me.
Molloy loves his neighborhood, but wishes people would make better choices about firing guns to celebrate.
But the message is simple. You don't shoot a gun with a bullet up in the air. It goes up, it's got to come down. And if you really got to make a noise, beat on a pan, or if you got to use a gun, buy some blanks so you won't hurt somebody. Because that could, if it hit me in the head, who knows what would have happened. It could have killed me.
Now, Molloy and his wife looked for that bullet. They could not find it. They believe it may have ricocheted off of something before hitting him.
You know how I feel about this. I have to just say it's happened to us twice, and it happened 4th of July. And I had just moved away from my sink, and it came right where my head would have been. And they figure it probably started 6 miles away uphill, so it's not even specific to one neighborhood or another. Bullets travel very far. They're indiscriminate. It could have been a baby. It
could have been a child.
So angry.
Yeah, and while he took this all in stride, that was his whole point, was to get that message out to people that you can kill somebody. You might not mean to kill somebody, but you could. And
I don't think they do. They're not thinking.
In this case, fortunately, he's okay.
I'm glad he had a good attitude. I'm sorry that happened.
He's a great guy, too.
Yeah,
really nice man.
Good message. All right.